Well, my name's Christophe Pierre. I'm the Supervisor of Marine Operations and Collector Naturalist here at UC Santa Barbara. So my primary job, along with my assistant Sam Hammond, is to do the collections of marine organisms for undergraduate classes. We also collect animals for graduate research, staff, and faculty on campus. Our collections are done via a small boat fleet that the biology department, or the EMB department, owns. We have three 22-foot Anderson boats and one 26-foot Anderson, all with outboard engines that we scuba dive off of to do the collections. And we also, from time to time, will go tide pooling or do terrestrial collections up in the foothills of Santa Barbara. The sheer location of UC Santa Barbara makes my job possible. We're able to provide a hands-on experience for students here that you wouldn't get, say, in the Midwest or even potentially on the East Coast due to inclement weather. UC Santa Barbara is right on the coast, and so when we teach marine biology classes, ichthyology classes, even terrestrial ecology classes, we're able to provide the students with live examples instead of those preserved in ethanol or formalin that have been sitting around in a shelf for a long time. So actually being able to hold a sea urchin instead of just looking at one preserved really enhances the educational experience. One of the more interesting collections that we do is for our parasitology class, which is every winter. And it's one of the only parasite classes offered in the United States, and marine parasites are a huge component of that. Locally we have quite a few different marine parasites, but one of the more interesting ones is a rhizocephalin parasite. So the interesting thing about the rhizocephalin parasites is that from a juvenile crab they're infected, and it causes males to form female parts. So the adult parasite lives in the body of the crab, but the reproductive organs actually live in the abdominal hatch that the male crab develops when it normally wouldn't do that if it wasn't infected with the parasite. Well, there really is no average day for this position. We wear a lot of hats here down in the Marine Lab. So one of the big things that we do are the collections, and so every Wednesday we're out scuba diving. And that's generally a full day affair, going to different dive sites on the mainland or the Channel Islands, scuba diving, getting animals that are needed for classes and research. When we're not out in the field scuba diving, we're also available as boat captains for hire to do oceanographic operations, scuba diving operations, or other field-related research. There's a lot of active research going on here on campus, and the perk of the job is that I'm not actively conducting any research myself, but I can be a small part of a lot of different research projects. Currently we have research going on out in the methane and oil fields off the coast of Santa Barbara here. There's naturally occurring methane seeps, and there's large ecological communities associated with those. Folks are also studying the bubbles themselves, as well as the oil that's seeping out from the ground. So a couple times a year we have a request for shark eggs. Some sharks have live births and some actually lay eggs. Swell sharks, which we get locally, lay eggs, and they have a 9-month gestation, just like humans do. And so we actually can go out and collect those eggs from local reefs, and you're able to see the juvenile shark within the eggs if you hold it up to light. We also have some tanks that are there to display natural habitats. So we might have a rocky reef tank, or a sandy bottom tank, or a kelp forest tank, whatever it may be. And students not only have animals available to them in the laboratories on campus, but they can also come down here and check out animals in their quote-unquote natural habitat that we maintain.
Okay.